The stage builder has become a staple of the Smash Bros. Series since its introduction in Brawl on the Wii. The ability to design your own unique layouts provides infinite variety to a platform fighter. Today, I'd like to share with you some tips and tricks on how to best design your custom stages to create a more fun experience. I wouldn't consider myself the best stage builder artist, nor do I fully understand the stage builder engine in Smash. But I do feel like I'm pretty good at creating fun layouts.
You know, I'm something of a
designer.
myself.
Why am I doing this? Because I want to host a custom stage competition. There are 2 phases to this tournament. At first, I, alongside some judges, will be choosing 8 unique stages to create the tournament rule set with. These stages are going to be judged based on their gameplay, aesthetic appeal, and originality. Once the 8 stages are chosen, then the actual tournament will be happening on Friday, December 13th, which you can sign up for now in the description below. This tournament is also being done for charity. With a $5 entry fee, all tournament proceeds will go towards supporting the Rosa Vera Fund. This organization is dedicated towards helping underfunded children in South America. The value of $1 here in the US multiplies by 8 in Bolivia. However, while this may be for charity, winning will still matter, since first place will receive the grand prize of a hoodie from JV5 Custom Clothing. If you want to win one of the highest quality gaming-inspired hoodies on the market, consider signing up for the tournament in the description below. So what does it take to make a great custom stage? Before I get any further talking about all of the cool gadgets and gizmos, it's important to know this one rule: less is more. When designing a stage, typically what I find best is to focus on one core central component. If you add everything possible to a stage, it's really hard to have something that is coherent. Instead, some of the best designed experiences usually come down to something that is clean, simple, and elegant. Like this! Literally just a strip of ice. But this simplicity lets the unique parts of the stage really stand out. Ice is one of only 2 materials in the game that interacts with the players. Ice is slippery, and the other material, lava, hurts you. Do I really need to say anything else? This stage is also technically a platform, which lets players drop through and shark underneath it. Is it more important to have an elegantly designed stage, or would it be better to have more elements? Speaking of which, gears and rails are another way you can transform the stage. By giving a path to follow or a point to rotate on, you can create really unique challenges. For my stage based on gears, I created ice platforms and then made them rotate. The strange surface combined with the rotating actually allows for some really fun movement. Ultimately, is that not what platforms are for? Create unique and fun movement challenges? However, for my stage focused on rails, I decided to include switches. Switches, once attached to a platform, can then turn the rotation or rail off by hitting it. This stage is semi-inspired by Wily's Castle, except this time you can control the platforms with the switches. This gives stage control a completely new meaning. Cannons are one of the simplest ways to put a fighter where you want them. Whether that's forcing players into an arena or kicking them out of it, cannons are great for rewarding players who can aim well. The angled slopes of the lava ceiling make it so that any hit upwards will redirect towards the cannon at the middle. This stage forces players to fight in a confined space and only allows horizontal attacks to get the kill. You can also shark here, because I think sharking is cool. Springs give you 2 different heights you can jump at, and will refresh your double jump. This boost in vertical mobility can let fighters take to the air and battle in ways you don't normally get to on other stages. With platforms set at both the spring heights, it opens up a ton of different ways you can move around. It also has a little spring that was inspired by Randall the Cloud on Yoshi's Story. However, this stage shows another important design concept, which is playtesting. By simply having computers play on it, it exposed a big flaw with my version of Randall. I was able to fix it, but what should I name this version of Randall? I'd love to hear in the comments below. And while you're down there, you should subscribe. If you think you're subscribed, you're probably not. 85% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed. So if you like what I do, I would greatly appreciate the support. But now, you're thinking with portals. Warp zones allow you to instantly teleport from one location to another. While warp zones have nearly infinite potential, I kept my stage really simple. In order for players to more tactically utilize the portals, I wanted to keep it easy to understand. The portal placement allows them to be used offensively and defensively. You can either steal a portal and come out swinging, or you can add another mix-up on your way back to stage. By adding one new element to an older stage, you can completely refresh the way in which it plays. Bumpers are one of the silliest items in the game, but there's actually some surprisingly deep tech for this goofy item. By air dodging, you can successfully pass through it, and by timing a tech correctly, you can negate the downside. Bumpers do make movement more difficult, but this difficulty allows more experienced players to better express their skill. However, some people still hated Bumper Battlefield. The simple and elegant ladder. This item alone can be a stage all unto itself. But that's already been done before. Instead, let's use the ladder to not only provide a gameplay element, but also a flavorful one. Here's a really simple treehouse stage. I mean, really simple. Like, I said I wasn't an artist, okay? By adding the context of a treehouse, though, the ladder becomes more than just a game piece. I don't claim to be a stage building artist, but I still like how the flavor of this stage turned out. By meeting flavor with function, you can create stages that hit above their weight. The bomb block, and its ever-important ally, the explosive block, can block off access until the bomb block explodes. That was a lot of block. I created this stage where the walls only go away if you want them to. Falling outside of the cube almost means certain death, unless you can recover high enough. This simple addition to the stage creates this fun minigame that asks the players when they think it's a good time to break the wall. And every time you come off the angel platform, you're good at timing your tech. You get a valuable opportunity to hit your opponent outside of the cube. Does this stage change the fundamental rules of the game too much? Or is it a fun minigame because of that? For the final element, we have air.
But I believe Aang can save the world.
Wind areas can be incredibly useful thanks to how much you can adjust their properties. This stage uses them going up and down. In the center, I have the wind blowing down on the fighters at 50% strength. This gives them a weird fastfall property that many have described as being a way to play melee in Ultimate. Personally, it feels more like Rivals of Ether hitballing, but it does significantly increase the speed of the game. Then, on the sides, I have the wind blowing directly upwards, 30% speed. This helps out a lot of characters' recoveries, but could also lead to more edge guards. This contrast between the wind can create a kind of unique stage, but by adding the element of ice as well, it really elevates the stage to the next level. And that's a stage for every element in Stage Builder. These aren't amazing stages and will probably be judged very harshly by my friends, but what do you think of them? I've designed each stage to highlight a specific element in Stage Builder, but it also gave me a chance to show off different techniques that could maybe help you design a cool stage. I'm looking forward to seeing what stages each player submits, and I can't wait to host the tournament featuring them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday. And thank you to my patrons for making this channel possible, with an extra special shout out to Bucket, Ruby Roo, and Scuba Doo.